Like, seriously? You mean to tell me that I was not talking this whole entire time? Oh my God. This sucks. I was not talking this whole entire time. That is
Like,
ridiculous.
seriously?
That is
You mean
crazy.
to
I
tell
wasn't
me that I
talking.
was not talking this whole entire time? Oh my God.
This sucks. I know people came in here like, "Girl, well, she ain't saying nothing." Okay. So I done did this whole market analysis and did nobody understood a word I was saying. That's crazy. Okay. All right. I go back through it. I go back through it. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. But I bought this account with Tradeify like a week or two ago. And the first one I failed. But then because I had held it so long that I had needed to let me turn this down. I needed to trade on it. So I traded on it and I lost the account. And so I ended up buying, or what do you call it? I reset it for like $60 and then I passed it. And when I tell y'all I ain't touched it since, I ain't touched it since. And so now I gotta do something with it because uh if I don't trade on it, I'm gonna lose it. So I got to figure out how I'm gonna do this. So the reason why I brought that up is because as I'm going through this chart analysis, I cannot forget this particular account. So we've got this particular account, and then we've got I got an FCMO account that I have to pass. I have a Alpha Capital challenge that I have to pass, and I have a Bright Funded account that I have to pass. And then y'all, I passed the GFT account, but I'm up like $17 on it. So yeah, I don't like GFT, and I don't like it because of the 0.5% a day rule to count. Well, not a day, but you have to do 0.5% to account for a trading day. So I don't like it, but it is what it is. But with this one, man, I'm so embarrassed. That's crazy. I think what I'm gonna do, I was gonna try to trade currency on this one, but until I can figure out the right way I want to do it, I think I'm gonna stick with gold. And I think this is gonna be one of the main accounts that I trade CRT on. Especially if I can't find another model that works with this particular account. Y'all know I don't trade futures. I don't. But my buddies, they like, well, you should give it a try. Try it. So I'm like, okay. And so we just happened to end up passing it with the CRT model actually. And they don't give out certificates for my type of account. And I'm mad about that. I wanted one so I could like, flex and flaunt and say, well, I have yeah, that's like I'd be like, ooh, look what I did, look what I did. But they don't have it. And I'm mad about it. So next time if I do end up buying another account, then I'll try buy something that has a certificate because I mean, why would y'all not give certificates for all the accounts? I mean, don't people with these type of accounts want to quote unquote flex as well? I do, but that's how that goes. Um, let's see here. Yeah, I haven't trained on it since. So we're gonna go back to trading view and and I guess I'm gonna go over these trades again because clearly y'all didn't hear what I was saying. I could have been talking smack. Y'all wouldn't even known it. Um thank God I wasn't. Let me see. Let me get back on over here and and show y'all what I was doing. All right, we back on over here at Trading View. I'm gonna shut that one off. We gonna just rewind it. We gonna go right back. Just we gonna run it back. All right, what I was saying was that if price, like if these two pairs, out of all the trades, all the pairs that I've ever traded, and y'all know that I've been trading a lot of. In the beginning, I traded a lot of pairs. I did. I was guilty. It was me. And so I had asked him, I said, out of all the pairs that you could trade, which ones would you trade? And they were like, well, this one and this one. Well, actually, they just say USD based pairs. And I was like, okay. So as I got to trading the pairs, I said, you know what? Even though y'all have a crap ton of news, it ain't half bad. Cause y'all know I'm a cat trader, right? So I said it ain't half bad. So I stuck with it. And it just so happened that Euro USD based pairs are the pairs that I passed my challenges with. I said, you know what? I'm gonna just stay over here. I like it over here. So it's greener on this side of the, on this side of the grass. So I said I'm gonna stay on over here. And that's what I did. And so every time y'all see me pass a challenge, it is with a USD based pair. I know that Gerald's in the chat, he like his JPYs, which is fine. It's okay. I don't understand it, but it's okay. But I like USD based pairs specifically, and this is one that I never, ever, ever, ever thought that I would like. Euro USD. I thought I was gonna be a GBP girl for life, but Euro USD it's way cheaper, and it just works out. So if I had to trade one, I know that there is a GBP USD trader. I think she only trades that pair alone. If I had to choose one that was less expensive, that wouldn't take me out the game too early, it would be Euro. And so I see and understand why people choose that pair. I know people say, well, don't do that because everybody's trading the same pair. It doesn't matter. You all are catching the same pips. You all are trading the same, things. You're all making the same money. So it doesn't really matter. So in terms of this pair analysis, what I did was go on the daily. And I was told that Orange Man, yes, I said Orange Man, he caused the market to pump. And, it came up into this gap and it just started to pump. I needed it and still needed to sell off. I needed to sell off because we still in this gap. And we need to sell off, right? And so what I see is we're in this daily gap. I'm going to go down to the 4-hour. And this is what I need. I need for price to open up. We're in an accumulation right now. What I need for price to do is manipulate higher and then distribute. That's your AMD. That's what I need. I need price to manipulate higher and then distribute down. That's what I need. Okay. It could be on either one of these pairs. My go-to right now, as I see it, because it has some of the confluences that I like, is going to be EU. But if you can catch the AMD on GU, you can trade that too. I don't know if I want to try the CRT method. I have, and it does work. The 4-hour, 15-minute, 5 a.m. model, it works. I gotta get up too early for that. It's hard. So, we'll just see how it goes. So that's EU and GU. I need them both to sell. If we manipulate higher, let me take this back. Since nobody see it from the beginning, and I'm not putting it back up. But as you can see, there are key levels up here as well. So when it starts to sell off, we have this change in state of delivery, or SIST as I call it, right here on both pairs, on both assets, on both instruments. Here and here, right? So that will be your change in state delivery. And so price came down and then it started to come back up. And now, again, I just want to manipulate higher and then come down. So whichever one you choose to take is up to you. But again, you could take both. I'm gonna choose EU. GU will give you more money. I'll tell you that now. It's gonna give you way more money. But I trust EU not to take me out the game. So that's that. AU, I don't trade this pair that often. And NU, y'all know I hate this pair because it did me dirty and I ain't looked at it since. But we're buffing these gaps. This is a daily gap here. We're in these gaps. On all these pairs, we're in gaps. And so I just want price to tap these gaps and sell off. I need Orange Man to just keep the peace. Just keep the peace, man. That's all I need you to do is just be quiet. Just don't say nothing. Just let the market makers make the market and just be quiet. So stuff can sell off. That's all I'm saying. Because if this mitigate this, I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at no more. EuroCAD, we have bullish and bearish SMT at the highs. And then same thing. I'm just looking for price to sell off within this key level right here, this fair value gap. We have inversed well, it never had a fair value gap. I take that back. No, we never had a fair value gap on GBP CAD. But on EuroCAD, there is a fair value gap, a daily fair value gap here, which we have not mitigated. So what I'm looking for, what I'm hoping for price to do, if we're going to pump higher, we can pump higher. I just don't want it to mitigate this gap. I don't want it to close above this daily gap. If we do, I'm trying to see where else we can go on the higher time frame. I don't see where else. If we do that, we're taking out. Well, there's a key level over here. There's a fair value gap here that it'll come into, and then it might turn around. So we'll just have to see. There's one here, and then there's one here. I hate looking left. There's one up here. So you just gotta see what price wants to do. So between the two, EuroCAD, if I'm going to, is going to be my pick because it has more confluences between the two assets. But they both more than likely can still do the same thing. One is going to basically, from what I learned, is that when price takes out one asset, the other asset will consolidate a little bit before turning around or taking the next step. So you have AMD, and then you have, like, if it depends on what model you're trading, I guess. But so either this gap or this gap. You just gotta wait. That's the part I hate. I don't like waiting. I want price to do what it's supposed to do and do it now. But it don't work like that. This is why I lost this morning, because it didn't go my way. One model that I want to learn is the TGIF model, or the seek and destroy. That's something that I want to learn, because if I can learn the TGIF or the seek and destroy, then I'll have an extra model to trade specifically on the days where price has the potential to reverse, which is on Fridays. So, if you guys know about the continuation weekly profile, so price will make the high of the week on either Monday or Tuesday, and then if we are bearish, we'll sell off Wednesday, Thursday. So it'll be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll have that continuation down if we're bearish, and then Friday we'll start to reverse and go the opposite direction, and then vice versa if you're bearish. Price will make the high Monday or Tuesday. I mean, the low. I'm sorry, because we just went over the bearish example. The low Monday or Tuesday, and then if we're bullish, we'll just continue high Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday we'll reverse. Essentially, that's essentially how it goes. So I am going to be trying to learn those specific models when I have the time. Right now, I don't. But yeah, that's pretty much what I was talking about before I just realized that I was muted. So, that's crazy. Your CAD is on a monthly or the monthly for value gap on your CAD. Your CAD seems to be like a monthly type of pair, to be honest. If I was gonna hold something for a long time, your CAD would be it. We're in a consolidation, to be honest. Yes. Here, here, and here. So when price takes out this right here, this side of the range, um, I'm expecting it to sell off and take out this side over here. But that might not be. Hmm. It might if it comes up here, then it comes back down here. So that's what I'm looking for if I'm going to trade your CAD. So for those of y'all that are looking to trade that, that is what I see. Here. And then there you go. Yep. All right, gold. What did I say for gold? Gold was like on a weekly something or other. My silly self, I don't really trade gold, but I'm going to attempt to explain to y'all what it is that I see. Um, it's kind of hard because prices already come into this gap and then sold off. But we took liquidity, so we must find for value. So price is already turning around. It could come into this gap right here and then sell off more, or it could come back in to take out this buy side liquidity up here, this resting liquidity up here, and then turn around. So again, y'all just got to see what price is going to do coming into the week. And then lastly, I'll say lastly, because I don't want to say but not least, because I'm not going through all these pairs. Um, to to be honest, I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. All right, so I think what I said initially was that mm, you should sell it down. You can either sell it down into this gap, take out this liquidity here, this resting liquidity right here, and then buy it back up to its external, right? Which could be somewhere up there. I don't know how NZD pairs move. I don't. So but I do know that it's gonna sell off into this gap. I do know that much. GBP NZD the same thing. Sell off. Put an alert here if you're gonna trade this, and then you buy it back up to this external. Yeah, this is your external for GBP NZD. Now, how long it's gonna take for it to get there? I don't know. I don't know. It could be forever because I'm told that these are like really really slow moving pairs. So this could be your resting liquidity up here, your external here. I mean, not resting, your major liquidity up here. So, but yeah, that is what I'm seeing. Let me see. Should I do? Let's see here. I don't like when it's on that side. I'll do this side. Now, I don't trade crypto, but I told somebody in the Discord that I wanted to start. So I think we should start small and work our way up if I'm going to actually do it. Oh, Lord. I don't even think this the right type of. I don't think this the right type of hair. Wait a minute. Okay, I see a count of 3. Sawed off here. We took that. Okay. Yeesh. We had this gap. Came into this gap. We sold off. We took external. Same thing. Here. I don't see a gap except for this small, not big one, this small one right here. That's it. But if I'm going to see, the thing about me, y'all, is that there are too many, I know too many ways to enter a trade. Like it's too many. And because of that, I have to turn my mind off to the fact that, okay, so here I'm pointing like y'all can see it. Um, right here, this right here is, and this over here is what some people might call another divergence, right? So y'all see how that's black and that's purple? Another type of trader would call this a PSP. And basically, if you're bullish, you would trade the PSP on the left versus the PSP on the right. So I guess it's another, if I had to try to break it down, it's another form of like SMT divergence, or it's another way to tell which one to trade. With SMT, if you have SMT at the lows, which is kind of sort of the same thing, um, which is what this is, bullish SMT at the lows, you would trade the purple one, like I said, and then you would leave the black one alone because it is a weaker asset, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. Um, let me see. Oh, let's let that go. Oh, I don't like this. And I don't think this is the right chart. I think, wait a minute. Is Gerald still on here? Wait a minute. Gerald, which one is it? Is it the, which asset is it? Wait a minute. Gerald, is it the tether one? If you still in here, is it the tether chart? Gerald? I don't know if Gerald's still in here. I think it's like two different types of Bitcoin. Mm, yeah, I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. You know what I could do? I could also use Fridays to trade crypto. Now that I'm thinking about it, I could buy like a little small account, and I can I don't know what's going on with my keyboard and my mouse. All right. Let's get rid of you. So the thing about this is because there's no major gap, I don't know exactly. There's like a teeny tiny gap, and I don't even want to count this as a gap. That is like the smallest gap ever. Oh, no, that won't count because it mitigated. So no, we gotta delete that one. Nope. No, I can't trade no crypto. At least right now I can't because this is so choppy. I mean, I see potential entries because we're bullish right now. But the problem I'm having is figuring out how we're bullish because I don't see it. Let me see what we got on the monthly. Nope. I don't see it. Nope. That's one thing that I don't do is I'm not going to. Let's see if we came down here. Maybe. Maybe. And even then, that's kind of sketchy. Because it would need to not mitigate this gap. And I don't like this resting low right here. Okay, no crypto for me. Crypto is not my thing. But before I get out of here, for real this time, before I got out of here for real, let me look at indices right quick for my futures account because I gotta trade that next week. I have to. I gotta find one trade or another. Let's see. Okay, all right. Oh, see how I'm saying? Like, this is just. We're in a gap within a gap. We gapped up. So we're in a gap right now on Nas. I would choose Nas over ES. I don't trade ES. I don't understand that, but I only trade. If I had to trade one or the other, I'm always trading Nas. On the daily. So yeah, we're probably going for external, which is here. Buy draw. There we go. I wish I could, or I think I was saying it earlier before I didn't know I was muted, but before I realized I was muted, I was saying that when you create these templates, right? So for each thing that I use, I have a template that I use. It's in this list. So if I use the trend line, if I use a fib, if I use a rectangle, I got templates for each one of these rectangles, okay? And so I wish that I could organize these particular templates to be in the order in which I want them to be in, and they don't have it yet. I also want them to have a hotkey. I need them to have a hotkey for the long and short position because I got a stream deck and they don't got no hotkey for it. So I'm gonna need TradingView to get on their stuff and get hotkeys for all of these things because they don't have one for here. They don't have one for this one. They don't have one for like none of these. And It's very frustrating. You see how some of these have hotkeys and other ones don't? Yeah, it's very frustrating because I just want to lay them all out on my Stream Deck and just be able to press a button. So like I've literally I got my Stream Deck last week, and basically what I've done is I've used the available hotkeys that I like that are available to me, and I'm not done with them yet. I have to organize these the way I want them to, but like so like you see this is on the daily. I press this button and it switches to the monthly. I press this button right here. It switches from the monthly to the weekly, and then the weekly back to the daily. I'm getting ready to do the 4 hour, the 1 hour, and all the ones that are the time frames that I like. But I just need TradingView to get up to speed with making hotkeys for everything and not some things. So I feel like I have more options. But buy draw on Nas. Let me see, 4 hour. If okay, so if price can come down and take out this low right here, since we're talking about entries. Why is my being stupid? I can't wait to get another one. All right. Let me see. Or did we already? Wait a minute. More, don't let me be wrong. Wait a minute. Oh, I'll take that back. We already did. We did already. This is your candle 2 right here. So yeah, if you're doing a fractal model, that's your or your candle 3, candle 1, 2, 3, yeah. And then you would take your Fibonacci and then do that. And if price is trading above the 50%, which it is, we're on the upper quadrant of this, and then we're going to go to the buy side there. So yeah. And then this would be your change in state of delivery here. But technically it would be here because these are your opposing candles. Closed above. And so this would have been your entry here. And then you will ride that up there like that. So when price opens up, it might come down a little bit back into this gap. It should not mitigate this gap, but it'll come back down into this gap maybe a little bit. Then you'll have an opportunity to do that. And then you'll be at all-time highs again. So but if I cannot get into this Nas buy, I'm gonna have to wait until gold act right. Because right now I don't know what it's trying to do. I don't know if it's gonna go up. I don't know if it's gonna go back down. I don't know. Because on the weekly, it already is looking like it's sold off. So what I'm going to need to do is just wait and see. All right. I done said the same thing for like an hour. Half of the time that I was talking, again, I did not know that I was muted. And I feel so badly about that. But let me close this on out because I'm still figuring out my trading schedule, and I'm still figuring out my streaming schedule. But I did this as a test to see if anybody would even show up. Let me see. Make sure that this is on. Yeah, I did a test. I wanted to see if anybody would show up. And y'all have. And right now, it's about 10:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And y'all, I gotta go. I got to get gone because I got to go to work in the morning. And Listen, I thank y'all for showing up. I thank all between 4 and 80 y'all that showed up. I appreciate y'all. Come back during the next stream. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better. Hopefully you can hear me then. And from the start all the way to the end. And again, if there's something that you want me to do that not do, but if it's a pair you want me to trade, let me know. Put it in the chat or something like that. I will be doing more live streams as I transition into part-time, which is coming up real soon, because I do want to try to do futures and currency, but right now I'm kind of limited and restricted to currency. Um so y'all be blessed, take care, like the video, comment under the video if you have any suggestions or recommendations, but more than anything, just like the video, and I'll talk to y'all in the comment section or in the next videos. All right, be blessed. Toodles.